Welcome, everybody. Today we are talking about creating your own recording studio. Now, when we're talking about creating your own recording studio, we're not talking about building walls and buildings and so on. We are talking about what equipment do I need to get started. The first thing you're going to need is a device. This device is going to be a computer, a Chromebook, an iPad, an iPhone, or a phone, anything that can access the internet or be able to download some software or apps. The software or the apps that you're going to be needing is a DAW. This is the Digital Audio Workstation, which is basically all the information inside this software that you need for a recording studio. This is where you lay tracks, this is where you're going to be mixing the sounds and mastering them and being able to convert them to distribute. We are specifically going to be using the DAW Soundtrap. Now, you could be using some that are free online, like BandLab, or there's many other available choices. Maybe some of our listeners could post some in the comments for us, and you could have a look at them. Some more professional ones are Logic, Pro Tools. We've even seen some people use Ableton. There are so many different kinds. The beauty is they all use the same language. Therefore, whichever one you're working with, it will work. Okay, now that we have a device and our DAW, the next thing that we're going to want are some headphones. You may have some headphones laying around at home, or you may find some at school, wherever you're working on this. Now, if you could get your hands on a noise-canceling headset, that would be great. What happens with a noise-canceling headset is that the sound that you're hearing from your device coming to your headphones, if that sound comes out of your headphones and the microphone picks it up, it's going to record it. The noise canceling reduces that chance of these sounds bleeding through the headphones into your microphone. But if you don't have any, that's okay. You can work with different effects later on to eliminate this sound or try to eliminate some of it, and we will talk about that in our mixing stages. But for now, get yourself some headphones. The other reason that you want some headphones is if you play some music out of your computer and you try to use the microphone from the computer to record your voice or an instrument, everything that's coming out of the computer is going to record as well, and you'll have more difficulty when it comes to the mixing stages to try to separate these sounds and try to create a 3D dimensional picture, which is what we are trying to get at eventually. But let's have a recap. So far, you have a device, you have some headphones, and you have a DAW. Next stage, you will want to start looking at buying a microphone. If you do have a set of headphones, your computer already comes with microphones. Otherwise, please take a look at our microphones video because the choices are giganormous. And there's a whole bunch of fun, different things you could do with a whole bunch of different microphones. But let's talk about a few of them right now. So number one, you have your computer microphone or your microphone from your device if it's a phone or so on. If you do not want to go with this microphone, which is probably your most budget-friendly one, then your next step is to look at condenser microphones. Condenser microphones pick up higher frequencies and they are made for the recording studio. On stage, you're going to see a microphone like this, which are typically some Shure 58s, and they're dynamic microphones. For more of an in-depth conversation about these different types of microphones, again, take a look at our video on microphones. Okay, now that you have a condenser microphone picked, you may have chosen one that is a USB connector which goes into your computer. Otherwise, you are going to want to find an interface. Now, an interface could have one channel, which means you can record one microphone. It could have two channels, which means you can record two microphones or a microphone and an instrument. It just means you could record two different things at once. You could even go to 4 channels. It is up to you. But if you have the one channel, that is okay because you could do your songs over and over as you would in the studio anyways. If you've chosen an interface and you have a condenser microphone, now the next step is to connect this to all together. For my microphone, I will want to get a microphone stand. You could get the straight stand, or you could get one called a boom stand that looks like this, which just tilts, and you could tilt it for different reasons. Now that your microphone is on a stand, you're going to need something to grasp the energy coming out of your voice and turn it into electricity and run it to the interface. This is called an XLR cable, an external line return cable. We call this also a mic line. Now this mic line is connected to your microphone and it goes into your interface. If you are using a condenser microphone, you must make sure to press on the interface the phantom power. The phantom power is going to allow the condenser microphone to actually work. It can also be seen as 48V, which is the voltage needed to work the condenser mic. If this is off, you will get no sound coming through. So your microphone picks up your voice, goes right through the wire, and it converts the energy into a digital energy, and that's how it's found on your device. Play along with the volumes because you're going to want to see if your voice is too loud. It might distort the sound, and there's different ways you can move back from the microphone. You could turn the volume down on the interface. There's a few different tricks you could try. So now take the time, plug in your microphone. If it's a condenser mic, click the phantom power, play with the volumes, and see what it sounds like. Make sure to use headphones to be able to hear yourself. If you are using Soundtrap, there is one small issue. You will not hear yourself in real time. Only after you've recorded and you hit play, you will hear it on the playback. That is one of the elements missing in Soundtrap for now. If you're using a different type of DAW, click on the button that says monitoring, and that's how you're going to be able to hear yourself or your instrument through your headphones in real time as you are recording. If you are using more than one microphone at a time, you are going to want to take a look at our phasing video. Phasing is technically how sound waves work. If you're working with two microphones, if the sound waves align differently, you're going to get different kind of loudness coming out of your speakers. Sometimes it could be muted, sometimes it could be slightly loud. There's different things that happen with phasing. So take a look at our phasing video if you are using more than one microphone. Okay, now we could start adding a little bit more. We could add a pop filter that is placed in front of your microphone, and it's to control some of the popping sounds that come out of the voice while you are recording. And you're going to get a clearer kind of recording coming out if this is placed in front. If you do not have one, no big deal for now. We are basically just looking at how we can start and keep purchasing items and keep exploring the beauty of the recording studio. So let's have a recap. We have our device. We have a DAW. We have headphones. We have a microphone stand, a pop filter, an XLR cable, and the interface. This is going to bring our voice into the interface into digital. If you want to add an instrument, the only thing that you need, let's say you have an electric guitar, you're going to want to use a patch cord. This patch cord is kind of like the XLR cable, but it's the ones that you use for instruments, and it looks like this. So let's explore the beginning of a recording studio and try recording your voice, try to record different instruments, and then eventually we will want to take a look at the microphone's video on recording different instruments and achieving different types of sounds with different microphones. And then, after that video, take a look at the phasing video so we can start recording with more than one microphone at a time and the different effects and things that we could do with two microphones or more. I hope you have enough information to get started, and I would love to hear these sounds that you have created and some of the things that you want to try and achieve. So until next time, good luck and have fun. We shall see you again next time.